So one of my favorite entrepreneurial book is by Darren Harley, The Entrepreneur Roller Coaster. So today we're going to talk about the past and the future, failures. Failures is your friend, not your enemy. We try to avoid it. Same thing as the law of attraction. They think that just because they know a law of attraction technique or some motivational thing or self-help, that mean they should avoid failure at all costs. I think that's what they think that is for, right? And oftentimes, self-help people, motivational people, and law of attraction people, they try to avoid the past, right? They said the past is, it's gone, and the present is the moment where you create the future, and the future, the what you want has not come yet, so you start to create at the present moment. But I quote, or I say this, is that oftentimes people forget about the past. See, the past made who you are. So to the present moment, whenever you start something and you start to grow, you'll become that in the future. But I quote, so most people forgot that the future, the success in the future, what you want in the future, you can't have it yet. You know why? Because it doesn't contain the clue to your success. Because oftentimes we forget the past. You did something to become successful in the past. So the past leave you clue because you did something that you were proud of in the past, but you've forgotten it. Because the past that have so much pain and failures and all the things that happen in your life that you want to avoid the past. But the past is key to unlocking your future successes. Yes, people said you no longer. Um, there's something that you did in the past that lead you to success. So the past contained the key to success, right? And so you did something. That's why you have pattern recognition in your mind right now because you have failed so many times in your past. Because failure meaning you did something that you didn't do before, so you fail a lot. So I'm gonna read in this book, but also I remember back when I wanted to go home back in 2000, what was it, 9, and I wanted to go home. So meaning from trade school home, and so I did something that I never done before, and that was focus, right? I focus on getting serious on the thing that I wanted to do, meaning focus on doing the work, the homework, um, and so I never actually told this story. I did, but it's not as back then. I was so uh, focused, intently desiring to go home because I was homesick, and I pour all my effort and time to studying while everybody else was playing outside, meeting friends, meeting new people. I was inside. So what I end up doing was my favorite. What I end up doing was you're not supposed to do this. Um, so I was in class, English class, and she was a nice teacher. I don't know if she ever noticed that, but I took one of the book to the dorm, the newbie dorm, and I just did the work there because you're not supposed to do the work or bring the book there. It's against the school rule or something. So I did it anyway. I call it sparring, not stealing, okay? But you're not supposed to do that. So I did that and I finished the class. And I remember she told me, it's like, you're the first one who ever finished the class. I was like, yeah, because I was so intently focused. So, um, and also, uh, and I went into they have computer, they call it business, technology administration, whatever, and computers. I think I told this many times. And I had to learn. So most of the time, the dream, the goal that you want, most of the time you will have to put focus and time and energy toward it, and all your energy, all your free, because that's the price you're going to pay. I read it somewhere, I can't remember. and you're going to have to pay that price, right? It's like most people in law of attraction, they're looking for this free shit, but this free shit doesn't exist if they want to have massive success, right? They want to have massive success without massive failures. They're trying to avoid that, right? But these things you cannot avoid. So, um, I remember those nights when people were hanging out. I had to learn the typing skill. I didn't know how to type. I don't. I think I had a fear. Like I remember I was pushed to the limit of typing, and it didn't come naturally, and I built that skill over time. I was when people were playing on the computer, I was typing. When people were chatting with friends in the computer room, I was typing. I was typing day in and day out. Never gave up, and that pushed me to build the skill that I didn't want to develop, so I can go home. Same thing. It still pushed me. So if you want to succeed, you have to do something that you like. The things that you ever wanted, you had to learn something that you didn't even need, like have to like the thing that you want to learn. It's not that you don't want to learn it. It's because you fear the skill that you need to like. Your Brian Tracy said you're one skill away from becoming successful. So I'm gonna read in this book. Darren Hartley said, "Making fear and failure fun." At my first real estate seminar, I asked the lecturer to lunch and grill him for his best tip on being. The guy said, "My best tip, sure, go fail a lot," he said. And Darren Hartley said, "What?" I said, "I thought the whole idea of success was to avoid failure. The key to success is massive failure." The opposite, he said. The key is to success is massive failure. To clarify, he picked up a cocktail napkin and pulled out a pen. Life, growth, and achievement. He said, work like a pendulum. He drew a simple diagram on the napkin. On one side, you have failure, rejection, defeat, pain, and sadness. On the other side, you have success and happiness. If you stand still in life, which most of the law of attraction people are, law of attraction, when they come to quote unquote beginner, they want it easy. They're trying to avoid failures and successes, right? This is why they said. This is why most law of attraction says sit and let it come to you, because they don't want to deal with the failure, the painful nights, the sleepless nights. They don't want to do that because they're not willing to pay the price of that success. Success has many sleepless nights, many painful moments, many failures, but that all and done is developing your resilience, your character, um, your ability to endure pain for a very long time to succeed in something that you truly want. Because in life, you either gonna give up your hopes and dreams, and you're going to die without ever making your dream become reality. And most of the people in this world will die having their potential unleashed, because you have more potential to unleash, but you haven't unleashed your power yet. And so what end up happening is that most majority of people have not unleashed this energy, creative power energy powerhouse. It's actually a powerhouse to drive them into action. That's what happened when a law of attraction people teach this stuff. They're teaching to the masses and tell them to be lazy, and the masses will be lazy and they will not tap to their full potential, right? Um, you won't experience much failure, so I'm reading, but you won't find much success and happiness either. Over time, he continued, most people figure out how to operate in a narrow comfort zone. They can only allow pendulum to swing a small distance into pain, rejection, and failure, thus only experience the small degree of joy, connection, and success on the other side of the swing. The key is you cannot experience one side without an equal proportion of the other. This is the most mistake most people make. They think they can have success without failure, love without heartache, and happiness without sadness. As sure as we have gravity, we have the pendulum swinging of success and failure. He added, now you can't control the side of success. Often But the one side of the pendulum you can control is the side of failure and rejection. That's why it's your job to go swing in that pendulum as high and big as you can. Go fail big and fast. First of all, failure got easier, he said. Rejection is no longer sting. He said, I started making a game out of it. If you want to start your pendulum swinging wider arc, you will need to start experiencing more failure. Think of it this way. Level 1 is growth, recognizing that failure and rejection and failure are not bad. You start walking out of the shadow of your fears. Level 2 is accepting failure as part of the process along your journey. That's where most good salesmen, people, and entrepreneurs are. They don't like it, but they accept as part of the process. The most successful people in the room is also the one who has failed the most. Go fail. But to be great, what you've been trying on, when you become great, truly unstoppable and rise way above everybody else, is that when you reach level 3, when you don't see failure as good or just accept it, it's part of the process. But when you really love it, seek it and celebrate it, and it become addicted to your pushing yourself to gain more of it, that's when all resistance is removed, and the pendulum has nothing left to do but make a gargantuan swings on the side of success, wealth, and happiness. Okay, risk means acting without certainty. It's scary, but it's also what makes the entrepreneur roller coaster so thrilling. Second, you found the value of facing your fear. You discovered that when you put your hands in the air, you enjoy the ride more. It was more thrilling. When you took the risk, you got more in return. Putting your hands in the air on the ride was a way of turning fear into something positive and making the ride better. In the real world, in your real business, risk works the same way. You risk more, you get more. You face your fears and you profit as results. Now, it's like this, right? Law of attraction people, they sit on the sideline because they are. When they said they sit on the sideline, they're going to coast, right? They have no when you okay. So let's. The reason why I'm against this now is when you sit on the sideline and let it come to you, you don't develop the skills. You're not happy of your accomplishment. If you love the success and the accomplishment, then you are going to try to do it in the face, because everything that you ever built in life, it's unknown. You can't see it. You can't replicate it. Well, actually, you can for success, right? You Most of the things that people succeed in, because like people who look up to successful people, whether they're video or Tony Robbins or Bill Gates or any entrepreneur that we ever look up to, because they have the key to success. Success is they people. You know why people look up to these people? Because they have failed more than you will ever will. Building a billion-dollar company has probably had massive rejection, probably lawsuits, probably massive failure, which law of attraction people don't want to deal with, right? But because Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, what we're looking at them for is their past success, because their past contain the key to opening the door whatever you want in life. So don't avoid failure. Go fail, because once you go fail, you figure out how to win, and it will swing the other way, because failing means you don't know what you don't know yet, and you're trying to figure out the key. The when you're in the kitchen and you're trying to find the right ingredients. I remember those times when I try to make those ingredients, I fail a lot. I stumble because I don't know the key ingredients until you look online, because they have online now, and you try to replicate it, right? The success that you have can be replicated by other success. When you look at their key to success, you can replicate it and make it your own, right? But use it to your own advantage to build something beautiful for yourself. And let me talk about the you should respect your parents. You should respect your elder. Especially, I think that the Western world should learn how to do that. But respecting mean also that you will have disagreement with your parents, because I've seen that most Asian people, most Asian kids, most Asian teenagers, they do whatever their parents want, and so they will end up living a life that they do not want. So respect your own journey, respect your own dream, and also by you doing this for you, you will help your family out more. Because Your family, your parents mean more than to you more than anything in the world because they give you birth, they give you love. It does not mean to um, you give them saying, "Hey, this is my dream. This is what I wanted to do, and I wanted to do it for us." And the time that it's going to succeed is not like a instant success. Success is probably take a long time. It is, right? When law of attraction people teach us, they don't tell you that success come with it the treasure of when you open the treasure when you're trunching the when you're trying to achieve the goal. What are you trying to do is not trying to achieve it, but trying to unlock your potential, the things that you never knew that you had to learn along the way to release that, to grow from that, the mindset, the skill set, the awareness that the goal you're trying to achieve. And you're going to push through it because it's going to have a hard time, but people don't want to listen to that. You're going to die. Not literally, but mentally and emotionally, you're going to die. But that is up to you. Your business or entrepreneurship or your dreams or your business or your entrepreneurship is your work in progress. You're always trying to reignite that every time. When you fail, when you hit the bottom, that's when you try to rewire yourself out and learn that you're when you hit the bottom, that is the most important place that you can be, and that pushes you upward to success, right? Because you're going to have those moments. Because those moments when you fail, you're meeting your demons. You're dealing with your inner voice, your demons, that having conflict that you're talking to, and you have to deal with that regardless. Everybody does, especially a lot of attraction people telling me, "Oh yeah, sit on it, let it come to you." Well, tell that all to that successful people and tell them, "Hey, I get an idea. By becoming successful, all you do is sit on and let it come, and they'll tell you, no, that's not how it worked. By by you putting in the work, it'll come to you. By you putting in the work, you reap the reward." I remember watching Jet Li. It was a long time ago, and I forgot what's the movie called. I love that movie, but there was this villain guy, quote unquote, and he's like, no risk, no reward. So everything in life, you do it because you're not afraid of it. Because you're afraid of it, you go for it. You want to see what can you do to accomplish. So many people who want a dream, but they're willing to sit on the sideline and not work for it. So are you gonna work for your dreams, or are you gonna sit and let it come to you? That's a lazy ass way to live life. That won't make you successful. If you think you're going to wait for it, you're gonna be waiting forever. Most people, they're waiting on the sideline. They're watching people to achieve their dream, and they're not doing it. That's it for today.